Am I the asshole? Chances are, I'm just gonna say yes, I'm an asshole. I'm very much a sarcastic asshole, and I will point out when people are dumb. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I'm just an asshole. But anyways, with this, I'm gonna be reading out Am I the Asshole's posts on Reddit. And if you guys have any input that you would like to put into what I say or what the Redditor would need, go ahead, feel free and comment below. Anyways, let's get straight to it. Now, am I the asshole for telling my husband we need to sleep in separate rooms? I gotta say, I'm already. Okay, so I need more context. I definitely need more context in that. Outside outside opinion needed because my husband is making me feel like the villain here, and I'm honestly not sure if I'm in the wrong or not. So I'm 27 weeks pregnant, and smells have been a big trigger for me the entire pregnancy. However, for the past few weeks, it's gotten to the point where certain smells or strong odors make me immediately sick. Unfortunately, some of the current smells majorly triggering me are food, smoke, and cologne. This is an issue because my husband works in a restaurant and smokes, so it's difficult being within a few feet of him at most times unless he's freshly showered. He works late hours and usually just wants to sleep when he gets home, which I get. However, he comes to the bed smelling like restaurant food and smoke, which will make me wake up dead sleep because my smell is triggered. Wow. So really, is that really a thing? I didn't think that pregnancy would affect like senses like that. I know like food will make you feel sick and stuff like that, but that's definitely an interesting one to say the least. But I can understand wanting to also get home and just go straight to sleep, but at the same time, I'm OCD as fuck. That does not fly well with me. I always make sure I shower before I go to bed, and I wash my sheets at least once a week. I don't like that idea. I've asked if he can shower quick before coming to bed, and his response is that he's too tired to shower and just wants to sleep. So his new solution is just spraying himself down with body spray before coming to bed, which is honestly worse. The past week, it's been so bad I usually get up when he comes to bed around 2 or 3 a.m. and either go sleep on the couch or get up for the day. However, when he wakes up and sees I'm not in bed or sleeping on the couch, he gets mad that I left. It came to a bit of a head last night when he came to bed reeking of body spray and smoke and tried to cuddle with me. I immediately started gagging because the smell was overpowering and tried to leave the room. I told him oh my god, it's temporary, but if he's not willing to shower before going to bed, we need to sleep in separate rooms because I cannot handle the smell right now. He got mad and grabbed all of his things and locked himself in the guest bedroom. He's been ignoring me all day and making things awkward, walking around the house and talking to our toddler, but avoiding eye contact, conversation, and keeping a wide berth from me. The only conversation we've had is, "This is what you wanted, right?" I feel like it's not super unreasonable request to shower before coming to bed, and I was willing to sleep in another room as well. Am I the asshole here? Should I just suck it up for a few weeks until everything balances back out? Pregnancy is weird, guys. Okay, so I didn't realize pregnancy it actually affects that, but you're absolutely not the asshole, in my opinion. Of course, there's always two sides to the story, and by your point of view as of this moment, you ask them to just take a shower. Is it really that much? And also, by the way, if you have kids, I really hope she doesn't smoke either. And by the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like she's going to be smoking. But the fact that he's smoking, does he smoke around the kids? Is that a problem? Because that to me is a problem. I don't appreciate it when parents are smoking around their kids. It's not good for your kids. It shows and sets a really bad example. Cigarettes are horrible for your health. Who would have known? Except, here's the thing, when they didn't put a bunch of chemicals into them, like preservatives and stuff like that, it wasn't nearly as bad. However, now that's not the case. They're horrible for you. Do not smoke cigarettes. But that's besides the point. He's the asshole. He's the asshole, because he knows at this point that you have a problem with food. You have a problem with foods, scents, and just in general stuff like that. And he is not willing to take a shower before getting into bed, which, by the way, that really grosses me out anyways, because he's going from a greasy environment straight home and laying straight into his bed. That's gross, dude. Take a fucking shower. Oh my god, I'd never in a million years do that. It was like, when I worked fast food, I wouldn't even consider doing that. When I was working at a tire shop, I would never have considered that. I come home, I'm practically black because of a tire, because of tires. I come home from McDonald's. I used to work at McDonald's. I come home from McDonald's. I come home greasy as hell. I want a shower. I don't want to be going to bed. And I used to come back at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. Oh my god, that was horrible. You need to take a goddamn shower before you get into bed. And how often are you doing your sheets? That's my problem. That's my problem. How often are you doing your sheets? Please tell me it's somewhat often. That's just horrible. That's just gross. Oh my god. No, you're not the asshole. He's the asshole. 100%. No question about it. What the fuck? In a few weeks, you're saying? I doubt it's just going to be a few weeks. Actually, I don't know what a full-term pregnancy goes to. It's not 52 weeks, obviously. That's a year, so minus, like, what? Yeah, you roughly got, like, another 20 weeks at most. 47 weeks? I feel like that's still a little bit more, but pregnancies can run longer or they can run shorter. But still, that's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So another one that I just found. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that she's insane for not teaching her daughter English? No? No? No. I mean, it really depends. It depends on where you're at. Like, if you're in the United States, you need to know English. I'm sorry, you need to know English. It is very challenging to be here within the United States without knowing English, and especially depending on the language you're trying to teach your child at that point, that might be even more of a hassle for your kid. That might make it more challenging for your kid to actually, or your sister's kid anyways, to hit a basic. But well, let's continue reading. Let's read. My 20 female family. Oh, okay, so first of all, I hate it when you guys don't know how to write down that stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. So she's 20. So I'm 20. So my family is originally from Sweden. My sister, 30 years old, Kristen, was born in Sweden and was raised speaking Swedish and English. She and my parents came to the US when she was 10, and I was born not long afterwards. I was raised only speaking English. My parents did not bother having me learn Swedish because it was not widely spoken as a language where we live. My parents did not bother having me learn Swedish because it isn't a widely spoken language where we live. And in fact, when I was little, they had a rule that Kristen can only speak to me in English. They did this because they do not want to hinder me from being able to communicate with my peers. I visited Sweden maybe twice when I was really little, and I don't have any recollections. However, Kristen has a lot of fond memories from her childhood. Since she's moved out, she has regularly visited Sweden, and she has been married to Eric, 30 male, for about 3 years. Eric is also from Sweden and came to the US in his early 20s. Eric is also raised speaking Swedish and English, but is more comfortable speaking in Swedish. They have a daughter, Elsa, who is 18 months old and learning to talk. Why Elsa? Okay, so number one, is Elsa was that a name that was regular before, like, whatever the fuck, Frozen? That's such a sappy name if you chose to name her after the fucking character. Well, your sister anyways, that's just sappy as fuck. No. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to my kids. When they came over for Christmas dinner, I tried to talk to Elsa, but Kristen told me that I can only talk to Elsa in Swedish, but not English. I thought she was raising Elsa speaking both Swedish and English, but she told me that they are not going to bother teaching her English. That's why I asked why, and Kristen told me because they want Elsa to be connected to her heritage, and also because they plan on eventually moving back to Sweden. I asked if she had an idea as to when they will move, and she said it could be 1 year or 10 years. Oh my God. 10 years. Imagine that, 10 years. Your kid doesn't know English in America. That's fucking wild. Is this went to the US? Yeah, in America you don't know English. That's stupid. That's stupid. Learn both languages. You become way more employable. Teach your kid both languages. Fuck, I wish I was taught both or two languages. If I learned Spanish and English when I was younger, that'd be fucking fantastic. Because it's way more difficult as you get older. But oh my God. No, your sister's an asshole. Your sister's an asshole to do that to her daughter. I mean, it's her choice, ultimately speaking, but she should move that 1 year to, or that 10 year to 1 year to stay within 1 to 2 years. That's going to be a big hindrance on her ability of anything in the US. Oh my God, imagine being like not being able to speak English and you're trying to make friends as a kid. That makes it way more challenging. Especially Swedish, and it's not a very spoken or like widely spoken language in the US. I told Kristen that she is doing Elsa a big disservice by not teaching her English. She told me it won't be an issue as she'll learn it when she goes to kindergarten. I said that can be that I can understand wanting Elsa to know Swedish, and if they had any immediate plans to move back to Sweden, then I could understand prioritizing Swedish over English. But since they don't have any immediate plans to move back there, she should learn both languages now so she can communicate with her English-speaking relatives in the US, as well as her peers and her teachers when she goes to school. I said that not teaching Elsa any English at all is insane. Kristen got mad at me. Oh my God. Kristen got mad at me and told me I'm being xenophobic. I told her this would not be an issue if Elsa speaks English too, but because almost nobody around here speaks Swedish, she's hindering her daughter. She said that it's possible that by the time Elsa is ready to start school, they might have moved back to Sweden. Okay, might. Use the verbiage. Listen to your verbiage that you're using. The might, like, using might instead of will. Like, we might go. No. And would it be like an adverb? I think that's an adverb. Anyways, you're not saying you will. You're not going to. I say that I'm going to quit my job. I'm not going to probably quit my job anytime soon. Well, I don't plan on it because I need money. But, like, let's say I'm going to hit 1 million subscribers. Well, I'm not going to hit it if I decide, fuck yeah, I'm not going to make a video this week, or I'm not going to release a video this week, or I'm not going to make a thumbnail on this video. You know, if I'm not trying to actively improve myself, I'm not going to get anywhere, and I'm not going to get a popular on YouTube. But that's like, you're setting your kid up for failure, ultimately speaking. Like, that's so fucking horrible. I would not want to do that. And it's not xenophobic. Listen, it's not xenophobic to ask, like, hey, can you teach your kid both languages? When your kid was born in the US, you're asking a native-born US citizen, or asking for them to teach their native-born US citizen to speak English. Like, to make sure that doesn't cause any problems for when they go to school, or when they, you know, want to have friends or anything like that, because Swedish is not a common language. Oh my God. Spanish is more common. That's fine. That's fine. You can teach your kid Spanish. They can at least somewhat get around and not have a big problem about it. Like, a lot of people are bilingual in Spanish. My parents are mostly on my side, but they say they understand why she's doing this, and I was being harsh by saying that she is insane for not teaching her English and should be more understanding. I feel it is equally as harsh for her to say that I'm xenophobic. I think it's great to be multilingual, but one needs to be able to communicate with the majority of people where they live. But now I'm starting to feel like maybe I was too harsh. No, you're not too harsh. I would probably be way more of an asshole about it. I'd be an asshole. I would straight up be an asshole. I would go out of my way to be an asshole. I'd be like, no, you're a fucking idiot. You should teach your kid both languages. English is the most commonly spoken language in this portion of the world, and if you're not actually going to be moving over there, and by the way, a decent amount of people who are in Sweden, who are in most European countries, they also speak English. That is probably their second language. So you're not disservicing your daughter, or your like that daughter, Kristen's daughter, is not having any sort of disservice done to her at all, learning both languages. Both languages, fucking fantastic. Better job opportunities, better ability to get into better careers. Like, I know I basically just said the same thing, but twice, but it's just so much better. You get higher pay as well. Oh my god, you can get higher pay for knowing multiple languages. If you're in Sweden and you know English and Swedish, chances are you might have a chance of getting better pay. Or if you know another language like Spanish or fucking anything else, it helps. Oh my god. Yeah, she's an asshole. She's an asshole, not the writer. The writer's not an asshole. I would have been way more rude about that. Am I the asshole for telling my maid of honor to stop attacking me after I told her it'd suck to cancel 2 large life plans for her baby shower? What? My maid of honor, 29 female, found out she's pregnant and due in August. I, 29 female, live a plane ride away from her. We've been best friends for 15 years. Today, my maid of honor mentioned planning a baby shower in a group chat with me and our other friend. We could call him Ben, 29 male. She asked Ben, who is local to her, how can I make sure you can attend the baby shower? He has a demanding job. I have a salary job and it's easy to get time off. My maid of honor shared that she wanted to have her baby shower on a specific long weekend between my wedding in April and her due date. I said, I'm so sorry, that's other friend, let's call her Sue's wedding. My maid of honor says, woof. Well, I think that's the only weekend I can do it. Really? Okay, so would that be the only weekend that you can do it? I mean, you can do it like some point other. I mean, you do have 9 months to plan out a baby shower. Okay, that's besides the point. I mean, yeah, it's great for your friend Ben that she's trying to work with Ben for that, but you know, I mean, you know what, I'm not gonna add to that. I'm just gonna keep going. Not only is it Sue's wedding, but I was also planning on going to an event that in that wedding's area with another friend, Daisy, who's planning to fly there for the event. I have no other plans the remaining weekends. I said I'd really hate to have to be an asshole and cancel on 2 people. I'd really appreciate if you did not put me in that position. Perhaps my wording was disrespectful there. My maid of honor shared that she did not understand why I have an issue canceling on Daisy, but Sue's wedding she can understand. I explained that if it came down to it, I would cancel on both of them for her baby shower, but it just sucks to be in this position. Okay, so number one, you're kind of stuck going 3 ways. So you can either choose to go to your friend's wedding, which, to be honest, I would probably, I mean, I'd probably go to the wedding. I'd probably go to the wedding over the other 2. Well, I mean, the other 2, the one goes with the other one. So, I mean, rather than going to your friends in some other state or, you know, the plane ride away. I mean, I could understand why you're voicing your concern, like, oh, why this weekend specifically? I mean, this is your event. You're planning. I'm just saying I'm not going to be able to attend one of 3. I'm not going to be able to attend all 3 events in this one time. So, you know, it's rough. It's a rough one there. Why I have an issue canceling on Daisy, but Sue's wedding and she can understand. Okay. She made several comments such as my baby shower doesn't resolve or she made several comments such as my baby shower doesn't revolve around your schedule. Okay, well, number 1, it somehow revolved around Ben's schedule. A little weird there, but you know, that's not my problem. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that. And yeah, I get being upset about canceling things. I have to cancel and change things for the next 18 years. Oh my fucking god. You're choosing to have this kid. I mean, really, you're choosing to have this kid. You're not okay. Okay, this whole entire thing, friends entitled to friends' time and shit like that. I'll say this: I'll be there for my friends 100% of the time, unless if they're entitled to my time. That comment right there, I'd probably roll my eyes over. I mean, it doesn't sound like she's trying to be an asshole about it, but she doesn't. She's not. Okay, so it really leaves it to the author. Like, she's got to choose, like, okay, do I do this or do I do this? So I could either go to an event, which is probably a concert. We're gonna say, we're gonna call it a concert. Do I go to my friend's wedding and then a concert afterwards? Probably stuff that you already bought and, you know, had plans for, and you have your friend that you haven't seen in probably a few years to see them at that event. And then you have your friend who's a plane ride away, where where you're invited to the baby shower. I mean, it's kind of tough to say, because I'm assuming this wedding is close by versus that. And I take a wedding over a baby shower. I'm not gonna lie. It really depends on the person, and I mean, for a friend of 15 years, yeah, that's important. That really is important, but there's some aspects that I'm not understanding or aware of at this point. So I'm not gonna draw conclusions. It sounds like they're both being kind of hard asses about this. So I don't understand why they're being hard asses, but I chose to ignore these comments, as she has shared she is hormonal and wants people to go easy on her. Okay, well, yeah, no. I mean, that's understandable. When you're pregnant, you're hormonal, you have problems, you're pissed off, you're upset, or you're happy all the time. Like, you're all over the place. Hormones are a pain in the ass. That's fine. I asked her to speak to my husband's family about their schedule and let me know to try to de-escalate. She said she doesn't understand why I was getting upset at her, and I didn't understand where she was coming from. Where she is coming from is that she is guessing this weekend is the only weekend her husband family is available, and the weather is around that time would be likely ideal. Okay, so wait a second. Okay, so is Ben her husband? Her other, and our other friend, we call him Ben. Spoke to her, right? I asked her to speak to her husband's family about the schedule and let me know to try to de-escalate. She said she didn't understand why I was getting upset at her, and I didn't understand where she was coming from. Where she is coming from is that she is guessing that this weekend is the only weekend her husband's family is available, and the weather around that time would likely be ideal. Okay, so how does it go from her husband's family is available to, or like from Ben? Okay, that's interesting. That's definitely interesting. That's when I snapped a bit and pointed out that I was ignoring her rude comments and just wanted to work with her because I love her, but she doesn't seem to see the effort, and asked her to stop attacking me. Okay, so you shouldn't have snapped at your friend, first of all. That's a bit of a problem. It sounds like you guys have pretty shit communication, and you're both being kind of hard asses about that time period. But if you think those two big events are very important, I'd go to those two big events. If she's being a pain in your ass about it and kind of being an asshole to you, I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to your fucking baby shower. That's fine. Like, I got a wedding to go to, and I have another event that I had planned during that weekend. Your shit is all of a sudden popping up. This was planned out months ahead of time. So I don't know. It really depends on how long those other events were planned out ahead of time. That's the way I kind of view it. If it was like planned out way ahead of time, then fuck your baby shower. Okay, I understand it's a one baby shower. Oh, whatever. I'll come visit when your baby's born. I'll send a card. At that point, a wedding's a little bit more important if it's a good friend of mine. But we'll continue. From there, we did manage to de-escalate, but I still feel hurt that she was not willing to reconsider her plans for me, but had no problem asking Ben about how to make sure he can come. I also feel upset that she doesn't find it significant that I'm being expected to cancel plans with multiple people that involve travel. Her opinion is I should have little problem canceling these other things for her baby shower. I love her, I will, but it still fucking sucks. Okay. 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 So there's edits with this. But okay. Her opinion is I should have little problem canceling those other things for her. No, I'm sorry. Sorry. If that becomes an expectation, I'm out. I'm done. Maybe I'm an asshole, but like if you expect me to be there at that time for that, when I already had events planned, and I'm telling you, this is my time that I have available. I'm available every other weekend, but that weekend I had planned, and there's seriously no way you guys can reconsider any of this. No? Okay, that's fine. Then I won't be able to attend. That's basically as much as you should have gone. You shouldn't be telling her to stop attacking you, unless if like she really was going after you and dogging on you after saying sorry I can't attend, like because of this. And I honestly, that's the way I am. I would promptly go to the wedding and the other event that I had planned prior to her just now having plans all of a sudden. And by the way, the edit says, this baby shower is not scheduled or confirmed with any of her family. She was throwing out a possible weekend and I shared I was busy. To clarify, if this date was set and she told me this is when it is scheduled, I would not have given her any grief at all. Okay, so, you know, I don't think, yeah, because you're expressing your opinion on it, and she's being a hard ass about it. She is being a hard ass about it, and that's because she's trying to make sure she includes as many people as possible. So really, if you can't go to it, then don't fucking go to it. I mean, really, to hassle her about it, because you're not the only person that she's worried about coming. She wants everyone to be coming. That's you kind of being an asshole about it. But she's also being an asshole about it as well. By that way, I think both sides are being assholes. I think they're both being assholes unnecessarily, and that's just a friendship for you. You could be assholes to each other all the time and still be in love with each other, and not in love with each other, but you love your friend, yes. But some commenters have expressed, but anyways. Edit number 2. Some commenters have expressed opinion changes with this detail. We have the kind of friendship where I am 100% expected to attend this baby shower when she considers what she considers a major life event. I don't think that's a major life event. What I'd consider more or less would be like a major life event would be when the actual child's born. But that's my opinion, which that could be wrong. That could be wrong. I'm wondering if I am the asshole for not wanting to cancel my other commitments, or if she is the asshole for expecting me to cancel these and not being very willing to choose a date I am free, despite completely expecting my presence. Update, I spoke with my maid of honor today and we resolved the conflict. We had communication breakdown. She does expect me to be there, but understands I have commitments. She'll choose another weekend. Wow. That's really, that's all it took. So, yeah, no, I think both you guys were assholes. It just boils down to you're both assholes because you're both kind of being inconsiderate to each other. I mean, about it, really. I don't think she was fully, the poster was fully an asshole because she was just expressing that I don't have time. I have other things planned during that weekend. If you expect me to be here, I can't be here with these other things going on. I already planned these and I don't want to cancel these. That's travel for her. She has to travel over there, and chances are already bought those tickets for whatever she's going to be doing out there, or just traveling out there. And RSVP for a wedding too. That's a big insult to the friend who, you know, expected her to be there. And especially if she already got the gifts and everything like that. No. That's waste of food. That's waste of alcohol. That's already been purchased and everything like that for the guests. So it really, but the expectation of that, you know, it's a combination. I think both of them are assholes. I don't like either one of them. That's a lot of drama unnecessarily for no reason. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, let's check out this one. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend the exact amount of calories she ate in a single day? Yeah. No, I'm just gonna say yeah, and maybe I should read it. Maybe I should read it. Oh my god. If she has a weight problem, like, okay, if she has like a serious weight problem and the doctors are telling her she needs to lose weight and she needs to cut down on her eating and be healthier, then yes, that's I can understand why you would be pressuring her to eat healthier and to eat less calories. But let's go ahead and see. Let's see what he says. My girlfriend is on the bigger side, which is something I do not mind. I am on the more fit side. I'm pretty lean. I have well-defined muscles and probably around 15% body fat. I used to be around 40 pounds heavier and lost this weight pretty simply. Okay, thanks for telling me about you, dude. Cool. I'm at 14% body fat. I mean, you know, just because I decided that I wanted to talk about myself right there at the very beginning. No, let's continue. Let's continue. My girlfriend always complains about her weight and her body. I tell her I find her sexy for so many reasons outside of her body, and it doesn't matter to me whether she got bigger or smaller. Okay. Well, you're not an asshole now. That's not an asshole so far. I mean, I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I don't really give a shit about your 15% body fat. Like, come on, dude, that was unnecessary. But okay. Eventually she decided she wanted to lose weight. I offered to help, and when I pointed out things she could be doing better, she got mad at me. She isn't losing weight currently, and in fact, she says she's gaining a few extra pounds. Oh, okay. I asked her what exactly she eats in a day, and she says she eats healthy so she could lose weight. Or so she should lose weight. Okay, so there's a difference between eating healthy and not eating healthy. Okay, so the difference is it doesn't matter how much you eat as long as the caloric intake is within a certain parameters, because I mean, fat is approximate like 3,200 calories or something like that. You know, it's 3,000 calories roughly, plus or minus 500 calories. So if you want to lose weight, protein shakes are usually a good way of going about that, because it's a lot more filling. Vegetables, they're very good for you, and on top of that, you know, it fills you up a little bit better. So let's see. I want to see what he says. I question that, and we have an argument. Okay, so what exactly did you question, and how did you put it? Because if you make it accusatory, or if you're rude about it, I can see why you could have an argument. I tell her that if she wants to show me, let me just spend a day with her and see what she eats in a day. She said only if I don't make comments on what she's eating as she's eating it. I agreed. Now, by the end of the day, she had consumed a plate of avocado toast that was about 400 calories, a coffee that was about 110 calories. I'm sorry. Okay, so is she putting sugar and shit like that into the coffee? That'd be my thing. If you're putting sugar into your coffee, that's where you're gonna get that many calories. Coffee is generally about like 10 calories a cup. That's really not that much. An 800 calorie salad from Chick-fil-A, and a fry as a reward for the salad. Okay, so the fry right there would be the fry right there would be the thing that's gonna get her that much calories. And a veggie burrito that was about 500 calories. Okay, so are you including the fry in there? Because I think the fries are generally about like 400 or 500 calories by itself. So, okay. Along with snacking, snacking throughout the day, her total consumption was about 2,200 calories. At the end of the day, I explained this to her. My exact words were that the amount of calories she is consuming is the amount I need to maintain my weight as a man at 5 inches and 20 pounds bigger, who is constantly active. So chances are she'll slowly gain weight eating like that, and that eating healthy isn't going to guarantee she'll lose weight. Yeah, maybe it's the way that you're explaining that, and you're an asshole for explaining it that way. You had good intentions. It's definitely the way that you're explaining it. It's saying it basically, I would just say, listen, you just need to eat less of that. You're eating healthy, but you're eating too much of that. That's basically what I would say. You're just eating too much and you need to exercise. And I know it's a rough thing to talk about. Like my mom, she was trying to lose weight, and because she doesn't like having the fat on her belly, or just a little bit. She doesn't have very much. It's not that bad. Really, it's not that bad. She's my mom. I really don't care either way. She's healthy. She's healthy. And she can't really exercise because she has a heart pressure or a blood pressure thing, which deals with the heart. It's a heart problem. I also have it. I've actually kind of curbed it. I've kind of beaten it, but she's complaining about her weight, and I was just like, okay, so you're not eating very much throughout the day, and what you are eating is kind of calorie dense. And I was just kind of like, your main problem is exercise. You're not moving enough. You're not exercising enough. And it's what you're choosing to put in your body. I mean, it's calorie dense. There's certain ways. And like the coffee that you drink in the morning that has a shit ton of sugar and cream in it, that's going to be a part of your problem too. If you want to lose weight, the best thing to do is pay attention to what you're eating and exercise. Walk a mile a day. Walk a couple miles a day. That's all you got to do. Just walk an hour straight. No problem whatsoever. It'll burn enough calories. Put it at an incline if you want to burn more. If you want to burn less, flatten it out. It'll help out. And, you know, she got a little pissed off about it. And I understand. I was kind of an asshole for saying that. But at the same time, I'm just like, listen, that's the way to go. If you want to lose weight, that's the way you want to go. My dad, he has problems with his back. I have problems with my back too. But he has problems with his back and his knees. And I was just kind of like, dude, if you want to improve, you got to work out. You got to move. You got to lose weight. You got to be careful with what you're eating and stuff like that. And he doesn't take offense to that because he's a guy. When you're talking to women in your family and you're telling them about how to lose weight, they do particularly seem to take more offense to it, or your girlfriend or your wife, or, you know, like your mother or your sister. Like I've told both my mom and my sister. My sister, she complains about having cold toes and cold hands, cold feet. I was like, you know, that's a blood pressure thing. That's your heart not putting enough blood throughout your body. So you're not getting heat to your hands because your blood is not actively getting to your hands properly. You need to fucking exercise. That is a big fucking deal. That is a problem. You need to exercise. That should not be a problem like that. And especially as bad as it is, because she stuck her foot up against my leg, bitch. But, I was like, that is fucking freezing cold. There is no reason why your foot should be that cold. That's not healthy. That is not healthy. Like that's diabetic level. Like that's not good. But yeah. It really, you got to be careful with the way you word it. It really, you're an asshole for wording it probably in a bad way, but you're not an asshole for being like, hey, I'm trying to help you. And I've explained that to my friends as well. I've tried to, like, for my friends that are trying to lose weight, I told them straight up, this is what I do. This is what I do. This is what works for me. It may not work for you, but if you try it, you might see a difference. If you don't see a difference, hey, you tried at least. That's the best way to go about it. But like, yeah, 2,200 calories. Most women don't need more than, I think, like 1,500 calories in a day. My caloric intake that I need is roughly about 2,000 calories. And if I exercise, it's roughly around 2,500 calories. It depends on how intense my workouts are. Because I have gone weeks with pain because I exercise. And it's actual muscular pain. And until I'm hiccuping. until I drink like protein shakes and have like higher protein diet, in which I started up a higher protein diet and I've had no problem since. But she got super fucking pissed at me and told me I wasn't helping her and that I was shaming her. I told her I wanted to help her, but she did not listen. Dude, I don't think you're an asshole. I really don't. I think the and people, you guys will probably disagree with me. Let me know in the comments below whether if you think he's an asshole and whether if I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I'm gonna say it. I am an asshole. I will be an asshole. I'll say my shit straight up. I do not give a flying fuck. I will tell you exactly what I think and what I'm gonna say. But I don't see problems beyond maybe the way he worded it. Like, okay, so this is how many calories you had today. I would probably see about maybe eating a little bit less and see if that helps, and maybe come to the gym with me. Like, offer the gym, because chances are she's eating a diet without exercise. And the biggest mistake people have is that they do one and not the other, or they half-ass one and they do the other, or they half-ass both of them. And you don't do that. If you half-ass both of them, you will not get to your goal. Okay, you guys? You'll never get to your goal. I've been doing this shit for 2 goddamn years. 2 goddamn years. I've been going to the gym constantly and consistently. My arm from then to now, it's a 2-inch difference in diameter. That's quite a bit of fucking muscle. My body fat content has gone up a little bit, but that's because I had intentionally been eating that way, so I build a little bit extra fat so I can build that muscle properly and have the energy within my muscle so I don't wear out within 10-20 minutes. So really, I don't think he's an asshole, but we're gonna see what other people are saying. I've learned a lot from personal experience. It never goes well when a loved one talks about weight and diet. The best way is for the information to come from an outside source. Has she tried any of those diet apps, or she afford a nutritionist or editing the correct dietitian is better? Thanks for the comments below. My brain typed the wrong thing when I posted this. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, honestly, that's probably a better thing to do. But if you don't want to spend the money on somebody, yeah, I would probably have them. I know you want to help the way I know you want to help, but the way you went about it wasn't what she needed. I asked her about how you can help her, maybe cook together, meal prep healthy foods, go on walks together, help burn calories, ask her if she's using any tools and would like to research tools to help being healthier. There are apps or journals to help track and encourage people in being healthy and losing weight. Let her lead in her journey, and if she needs help or encouragement, or to be encouraged, I should probably read that probably correctly, but don't try to take over and tell her what she's doing is wrong. That will hurt her and make her feel like she doesn't want to talk about it to you in the future. Yeah, so I agree with that one. I absolutely agree with that one. It's just kind of the way that you put it and the way that you handle it. Like, in all actuality, that's the way that you handle it. It wasn't the greatest way. Definitely involve her, like I was saying, involve her in your exercises, involve her into your dieting. So give her a little bit smaller portion of what you would normally have. But yeah, I mean, really, when it comes down to it, a lot of people are too lazy to do one or the other. They don't realize, they don't get the connection that, oh, maybe I should eat healthier with lower calories and go to the gym, work out, or, you know, go on walks and stuff like that, go on jogs and stuff like that to burn the extra calories at the same time as taking a deficit. So again, that's just, it really depends. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Beyond that, this video right here is recommended directly to you by YouTube itself. It knows what you like to watch, and this is perfect for you. Beyond that, this right here is my channel icon. I'll show you everything on my channel, including facade content, which is very similar to this kind of dramatic content. So if you enjoy drama content, watch Facade. But if you like horror content, I do that as well. I love horror games sometimes, until I get my shit scared out of me. It's not very fun. But anyways, I'll see you in the next episode.